Hi guys. Okay, it is November 22nd, 2014, and we are now on the Theme2HTML version 1.11. I want to point out the four major updates that have happened there. So first of all, if you're still on the 1.10 or whatever, come in here and you'll see this black bar at the top, right? And just click it, okay? And literally that's all it took to upgrade. There it is, four major improvements, just at the click of a button, and that's how your upgrade went. All right, here's what is going on. First of all, export project. Most of the time when we go to export to FTP and we fill in the information for the FTP, if there is a folder that we want to put our information in, we would have to go and create the folder separately in the control panel or file manager. We'd have to go log in, FTP or something. We just have to do it separately. Now you can just simply create a new folder. So if I go filling in the FTP information real quick, just copying and pasting, okay, and I'll just show you. We'll see. I think that's right. Let's see. Yep. So let's say I wanted to put the pages not just in the public HTML folder, but I wanted to put them in a very specific folder. I can click, okay, and then I want to create a folder that does not exist yet, okay? So I'm just going to go creating something new. Let me make it something that starts with an A. So let's just say Atlanta Plumbers. So let's say that's what I want to do. I want to create a particular project into a folder called Atlanta Plumbers. Okay. Well, now you can do it. You can just hit this thing here and you can put the name here, Atlanta-Plumber. Okay, or plumbers. Now, if you do that, whatever it is, let's say Atlanta Plumber. Okay. If you do that, then there's one last thing you have to do. You have to come up here. This got popped open. Just read the notes and it tells you what's going on. And up here, okay, you have to actually put the whole HTTP, moji-samples.com/ and you put your Atlanta Plumber, okay? And that way it knows what it's doing, all right? And so I can just hit upload and this thing will work, okay? Okay, so everything went up. So if I just go take a look at it, and I just went to moji-samples.com/ what was that, Atlanta Plumber, okay? There you go. This isn't the Atlanta Plumber template. This isn't the plumber template, but I was just showing you real fast what you can do. Obviously, I would flip to the right template before I did something like Atlanta Plumber. I get on the plumber template, okay? And, then I have the plumber template. And by the way, if you did make a mistake like that, it's so easy to fix, right? Because now I can just export and do the exact same thing again. So I can do this for moji-samples.com, and that would be moji-samp. And then the password that goes with that. Okay. And again, just connect. And now you see the thing already exists, the folder. So I don't need to create a folder again. I just hit that, and that's all I have to do. And when you upload, it'll overwrite. See? And so then everything's going to be corrected. So if I go back and take a look again, moji-samples. Okay. And by the way, notice I'm doing this completely on a whole different website, right? I'm sitting on one website over here, that's this one, okay? And from here, I am controlling content that goes on a whole different website over here. That's a different website, okay? Completely different website, okay? And so all your stuff will work out. Now, of course, make sure your images are in place and everything before you do it. I didn't double check. But again, I can just go fix the problem now. Then I can come back and export to overwrite again, and the problem will be resolved. So how's that? That's pretty cool, right? Because you don't have to go separately to FTP or File Manager or anything like that, cPanel, in order to be able to log in and go create the folder over there and then come out and then connect. Now you can just do it in here. You can create that folder on the fly. Okay, so for any website you can do that. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, what else? In global settings, this is pretty huge. If you go down here, there's a social media widget now. Okay, if you click on it, this is a big deal. Social media widget, you can enable it, yes or no. You can decide where the widget position should be. Top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, right or left. That goes in the middle. Let's say right in the middle, and then you can do things like offset to make it look better and stuff like that. And then whether it whatever, social tab, enable share, yes or no, so that people can share your stuff. Now that's a big deal. We want to rank harder, and so it'd be good to incorporate some things. Well, take a look. Social widget tab settings. You can hook up Twitter. Okay, here's all the information: the Twitter ID, API consumer key, the consumer secret, the access token, Twitter API access token secret, all this stuff that you could possibly need to hook up Twitter. Okay, RSS feeds. If you want to set up RSS feeds, that's all you need, the RSS feed URL. Okay, and take a look at this widget speed. That's like in what is that, microseconds or something? I have to go back and look. But exactly, all these things are here. You want to do Facebook feeds? You can do that. You know. And you can continue. You can put your Google Plus in here, go get your Google ID and API key, and it's got instructions for all this stuff. Okay, so you can go set up any and every one of these things that you would like to set up. Okay, LinkedIn, Instagram, StumbleUpon, Dig, YouTube. You can put your YouTube ID, your channel in here. Okay, now if you've got big questions about how all this stuff works, click here, Social Media Widget Help. And when you do that, this will lay out all the information in a big table such that you understand what's going on with each of these things. Okay, like what was it for? Well, Vimeo and everything else, but like YouTube ID, I just saw it up here. And it tells you that's YouTube username. Okay, there you go. So you can stick all your stuff in, and that's got your information for the rest of it. Okay, so there you go. That's the second update. Now, how does that look on the front page, by the way? Like, I did enable it. I haven't put anything in there yet. I'll leave that to you for the things you want. But what's going to happen is, I guess I have to put something in there to make it stick out. A tab will appear on the right or on the upper left or right, wherever it was you wanted it to hover. And the tab, you can click it to pull it out, and it will have all your stuff on it, like your Facebook information, your YouTube information, everything. It just depends on what you had on that social media tab. And you know what? Let me go back and do this real quick. Let me just put something in here. Let's say I did YouTube, okay, and I just put in my YouTube user ID, maxedtraffic, okay. I hit update, and we just come back and look at the front page. There you go. That's what it is. See this thing? There it is. This is how I had this. And when you pull it out, it tells you about me, my videos. You can subscribe. Here's my latest videos. All this kind of thing. Okay, it's all here. Okay. Whoops, sorry. I'm trying to drag. I'm dragging the page. But there you go. And you can go up, down. You can pause. You can do different things with it. You can close it back out. Okay, and so you can put other stuff in there, Facebook and everything else. It'll show a button for each tab, the Facebook, the Twitter, everything else. Isn't that cool? All right, so there's that. Now, what else do we have? I'll show you another one. The testimonials. We used to have an issue with the date timestamp for testimonials. So if you try to add a testimonial, here would be the problem. You tried to put in the user date, and so you'd hit this thing, and you try to choose something, and it would come out all wrong. Well, now it doesn't. It doesn't worry about the hour, minute, and second because it never got published anyway on the page. But literally, you can do it now. You can actually go to the previous month or year, year. So you can have your testimonials going all the way back in time. If you want to show testimonials from 5 years ago, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year ago, now to show the stream, how you've always been around, that kind of thing, you can do it. But you can absolutely just hit this to get the right testimonial dates now, okay? And so there you go. So that's the third thing. And the fourth thing, this is more of a hidden thing, but it's very, very cool. How many of you guys know the issue we had with bulk T2H images? You might do something like this. I go here, and I'm going to upload the zip file full of images from my desktop. Let me just do one. So let's just say I did... And here's what it would look like. Let me make sure you understand it, right? I'm going to upload all the images for a job I'm going to do. So let's just call this one, it's like a pools job, right? Job 19 Better Pools. If I click on this folder, okay, that's inside the zip folder. Those are all the images that go with that template, okay? So that we get that template looking the way it does. The logos, the body images, all the other stuff. Now, what would be cool about that, of course, the first thing was we wanted to upload all the images at one time and have them extract and be in that one folder. Well, that we already do, okay? That's what this is for. The whole thing about bulk T2H images, you can do that now. You just simply upload the zip file, okay? There it is. And when I upload it, okay, it's going to, there it is. You got upload it, and extract it into a folder. Now, here was the problem. Many sections in here, if you went somewhere like the logo and you wanted to browse and get the logo, at the time you couldn't do it. You couldn't go into the files, you could only go into the images folder. And so if you could only go in the images folder, you couldn't reach up here and get it from the files folder, right? It just wasn't showing up. Okay? Well, now these things do show up where they should in the images. So all throughout this entire dashboard, no matter where you want to go, if you want to go to pages and you want to put an image into the page and you hit the image link here in the WYSIWYG editor, okay? Here's how it's going to look. You're going to browse the server. It still says images at the top, but don't be fooled. Open it, open files, and there it is. There's your folder with all of your images. So now you can just choose the image you wanted, right? Just like that. I could just refresh the size, close the lock if I want. I can make it a little smaller if I need, maybe 200 by, and there, since the lock's on, then it's constrained properly so it looks good. Because you can turn the lock on or off and deal with each number separately, right? Well, there you go. Keep the lock on. Okay. Boom. And so I have it in there just the way I want. So I can update it, right? And it'll stick. Okay. Now, that doesn't make sense with plumbers. We don't need these guys drowning in whatever plumbing issue they're having. But there you go. I mean, that's exactly how that works now. So images work all throughout here completely easily, whether you're going with service slider images or anything else. If you need to use that WYSIWYG, I think another one was like the left sidebar. If you wanted to get the testimonial image, you know, when you tried to do this, it was another place where you couldn't get to the folder before. And so you'd have to sort of jerry-rig some of the images to get it to work. Like download it and upload it to a new folder, you know, with the upload button. By the way, you know you can do that, right? You can right-click an image and hit download. It downloads it to your computer. Well, then you could go to some other folder where you would want it. Who knows where you would want it? Some other place. And you can hit upload, and it'll upload it in there. Okay? So it uploads and downloads. That way you can make copies if you need. But the point is you don't need to for navigation anymore. You can now reach into the images folder, then the files, and get right where you need to go for everything you're uploading, the bulk uploads. Okay? So that makes it easier to keep all your jobs in track, because I know that this template is very different and all those images belong together, and it's different than this other template we were working on. All those images belong together, and that's different than this other template we were working on. See, that's the advantage of putting all your images in one folder, like that folder with all the images in it, and then taking that folder and zipping it up so that you have a zip file that you can bulk upload all at once. Okay, boom. All right, I covered it. That's the 4. Let me review real fast so you can get it in your mind's eye. We go from here to here to here, and then the last one is a catch-all for images all throughout. So from here, we had the whole bit with upload to FTP. You can now create a new folder automatically in here. On global settings, we had the social media widget with all the ways to add your Facebook and your Flickr, Delicious, whatever you want to add, YouTube videos, anything you like. Okay, and then with the testimonials, we had the fix for the date timestamp. So anytime you're putting in a date timestamp and you click and you get this calendar, you can just hit it. You know, choose any year, like I said, right? You can make something current if you need. And just say, okay, October. So this happened last month on the 30th, okay? Boom. There I go. And by the way, you can take these and resort the order. So, you know, whatever the dates are, if you're putting them in a strange array and they're in different dates, and you want to put the newest one at the top and then the next one, going back in time, you can do that and hit save sorting. Matter of fact, I think one company, if you want to see that in use, Cedar Run Plumbing, let me just show you. If you go to google.com and you type Cedar Run, okay, plumbing, you know, there they are. And if you go, okay, somewhere in here they have like reviews or something. I forget where it is. Customer reviews probably. Whoops, right there. And there, they added reviews as they came in. They just copy pasted them into the system to get them to show up. And because they do it, they keep updating the site. Google keeps noticing that they keep updating the site. And so this is good, and this has helped them get to the top. They flatly said this is one of the best things they do to get to the top of Google. It's even showing, how many do you want to show per page, and so you can go to page 2 and keep showing more. That just added a new page to their website. And see all the dates? So there you go. You can have all your dates organized in whatever order you want it. See, these are out of order, but they could be fixed so easily just by sorting. Okay, that's if she cared to sort them by date. She doesn't have to. She could sort them by topic or whatever. All right, there you go. That's cool. All right, that's enough of this video. You get the point. That's the 4 upgrades that went into the 1.11. I hope you like it. I think it will. And definitely start making use of that social media widget if you want. It's just going to help you get a lot more ground covered with rank just because Google does like that. And it gives you many options to do it. And finally, that allows you to free up the left sidebar for other things if you want. You could have a YouTube video in there and on the social media tab. Okay, but you can do whatever you want with that left sidebar, and you can kind of free it up a bit by having that social media tab. Okay, and that tab can show up again, top left, top right, middle right, bottom left, or bottom right of the page. Okay, wherever you like. All right, hope you found that interesting. Take care.